Will we have a deal to avoid the fiscal cliff? Well, that changes from day to day. One day we're closer and the next day further apart. So what are the odds that a deal will get done?
I think the prospects of getting this done are about 76%. Actually, and I think it's changed a lot in just the last few days, last few hours. The sentiment is very strong, and something which is quite unusual is the full force of the business community behind this in some very vocal, dramatic ways, above the surface and behind the scenes. It's something we've seen very rarely. In this case, we have an avalanche of business community support, including, of all things, the once again chairman of Goldman Sachs these days, Lloyd Blankfein. But it's big companies, it's small companies, it's financial backbone industries to the hard industrial heartland concerns, all saying everybody's got to give a little on this. And it seems that President Obama has some blueprints that are awfully close to some kind of a deal that can be worked out.
Because as you mentioned, the business community is behind this, but the average American doesn't seem to be connected to it.
It isn't that the way some of my friends in the business community, some CEOs are reading it as, gee, the average consumer doesn't know how close to the precipice we are and what this means. I actually think it's the average consumer, the average household thinks they actually have more faith in government than our CEOs do, and they actually think that we've had enough of a scare last year falling off a cliff that they're going to learn the lesson and make it happen. And they hear the rhetoric, and they're not always extremely well informed, but they're well enough informed to know that we see an awful lot of noise and movement going in the right direction. So I actually think which market's got it right this time? I think the consumer market's got it right. Business community is a little too risk averse.